Hello everyone and welcome back to the Disney Discography, where I look at every single film made by Walt Disney Pictures. And today we're talking about a good old classic one. We're talking about Cinderella, maybe the most iconic story of them all. I'm gonna be honest. Watching Snow White, watching Dumbo, it was kind of like putting pictures together that I always had in my head. I was putting all these little clips and stories and ideas that have been bouncing around my head for however long, just from other stories, from Kingdom Hearts, from seeing clips. Everyone knows the story of Cinderella. It's been done to death. It's been parodied. It's been deconstructed. And so that's how it was for me with Snow White. And then with like Pinocchio, I was kind of like, I put the images together, but it didn't add up to what I thought it would be. With Cinderella, I got what I wanted, and at the same time, I got what I thought I would get, and I also got like a handful of other randomness. This film is about animals. It is not about Cinderella. It is about these rats that live in Cinderella's house. I swear to God, because they spend so much time on these fucking rats. It's annoying. And then we get like perspectives from like the king's cat. The Cinderella meets her magical spouse is from the king's cat's point of view. It's really interesting. Which, by the way, I'm not going to go into the plot of Cinderella. You know what Cinderella is about. I have seen the live action remake before I saw this one. I don't remember it. I remember like a couple of scenes and a couple little bits, but other than that, not a damn thing. I remember I liked it enough. Like, I think I like it more than this one, based off my memory. But this one, you can see they're obviously doing the same story of Snow White, maybe not completely biting it off, Sleeping Beauty style. But in this film, they are obviously going back. They're starting the formula. It started here. And the whole glass slipper concept, I never, like, aesthetically enjoyed. So there wasn't a lot holding, like, the story up for grab for me. And the songs, Cinderella, I didn't like that one. Bibidi Bobby Boo, that was good, but it was like, not like the best song it could have been. None of the characters I really enjoyed. Fairy Godmother was alright, but like Cinderella, I don't like her character design. I like the idea that she's like this vessel of innocence that will put a smile on her face no matter what, and then we finally see her break down, and that's like a really good moment. But like, where does she go from there? She like gets what she wants, she lives happily ever after. The prince, we don't really see him much. Who gives a shit? The king is a comedic side character. These animals I don't care about. The evil stepmother I do enjoy. Her sisters, I know that they're supposed to be annoying, but they were really annoying. They were what they were. The characters I don't particularly enjoy, is what I'm trying to say. So, as far as all the other films go, I think this is probably on the bottom. Yeah, I would say this is the worst of the bunch I've seen so far. And that's not to say I didn't enjoy it. I still enjoyed it, but it was like a very mild, simple enjoyment. There was nothing about this film that was like, oh yeah, this is why it's a classic. This is why people love this film. Nothing about this film screamed out to me. At least like with Snow White, it was kind of like, oh, okay, so I have clarity. With Cinderella, it was kind of like, okay, I already know this story. If there's any moral or divine substance here, I would have got it just from that. But now that I'm actually watching it, it's just treacherous to go through. I just really didn't enjoy the rats and the singing, and I don't know. The aesthetic of this film wore off right away, and all classic appeal was just out the window. And the story is not something I've ever been like, oh yeah, he has to find the woman by making her fit this glass slipper. Why? Like, it's just dumb. It's a dumb film. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, and I'm sorry that I didn't, you know, I feel bad enough that I'm not hyping these films up to be like these 8 or 9s that I know some people are gonna give them because of what they are in childhood. What is the word? Nostalgia. We'll get there. We'll get to my nostalgia movies that I'm going to give too high of grades for. But for now, this one, it was a whatever film. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching as always. Sorry that this one wasn't all that. I just didn't have the heart for this one. So, until next time, thank you for watching as always. And until then, with that, I leave you.